welcome back to today's learning. We are looking at percentages today. Can I understand percentages? And by the end of this lesson, hopefully, 100% of us will be able to understand. So, first off, our recap. Let's try and do 100 divided by 10, 100 divided by 100. Try and solve all of these and unpause when you're ready to hear the solutions. So, 100 divided by 10, remembering about place value, it moves one position to the right, that makes 10. 100 divided by 100, the 100 moves two places to the right, that makes it 1. 200 divided by 10, one place to the right, that's 20. And 200 divided by 100, two places to the right, that would make it 2. What fraction of the 100 square is shaded? Write the fraction as a decimal. So we've got 100 here. Each one of those is worth 10, so that's 20, and 3 more. So that's 23 out of 100 as a fraction. And if we write it as a decimal, 0.2 in the tenths column, and 3 in the hundredths column, 0.23. They're all equivalent, they all mean the same thing. So, moving on, what is a percent? What does it mean? So we can look at the root of the word cent. Here I have a centipede, some cents, euro cents, American cents. So cent means 100. A centipede is called centipede because it looks like it's got 100 legs, even though it doesn't really. Cents are pennies, but they're called cents because 100 of them make up a dollar or a euro. It means 100. Century, 100 years. Centennial, an anniversary of 100 years. Centigrade, a form of temperature measuring using hundreds. So, percent means out of 100, parts out of 100. So, out of 100, how many do I have? I've got 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. There are 37 parts out of 100 shaded. And that's quite easy to find the percentage of because it's already out of 100. It is 37%. Have a look at this and pause when you're ready to hear the solution. So, how many parts out of 100 are shaded first? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 28 add 6 is 34, 40, 46, 47, 48, 49. 49 parts out of 100 are shaded. Now, because it's already out of 100, that is 49%. If I've got 49% shaded, what percentage is not shaded? So basically thinking of number bonds here, 49 and what number make 100? So the percentage that is not shaded is actually 51%. 51 and 49 make 100. Okay. Mr. Tortoise is wondering, has 6% of the bar model been shaded? I'm going to count the squares. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shaded in out of 10. So is that 6%? What do we think? Yes or no? Well, it's 6 pieces out of 10, but what does percent mean? Percent means out of 100. So, 6 out of 10, the equivalent fraction for out of 100 is 60 out of 100. 60 out of 100 equals 60%, so it's not 6%, it's 60%. Let's have a look at solving this problem. There are 100 crayons in a box. 10% are broken. How many are broken? So I know that it's 10% of 100. If this represents 100 crayons, I'm dividing it up basically into 10 pieces. So it's 10% are broken. That's worth this. So this is 10%. This would be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 90% are not broken, 10% are broken. So what is 10% of 100? Well, I can divide 100 up into 10 pieces. 100 divided by 10, as we already know, equals 10. So 10 are broken. How many are unbroken then? Well, that would be 90%. 90% of 100 is 90. Okay. Now I've got 200 crayons in my box. This bar model represents 200. 10% are broken. How many are broken? So again, I've got 10%. If I'm breaking it up into 10 equal pieces, that's worth 10%. That'll be 20, 30, 40, etc. So what is 10% of 200? So I have to do 200 divided by, not percent, 200 divided by 10. And that gives me 10%, which is 20. So 20 are broken. How many are unbroken then? If I've got 20 that are broken, I can just subtract that from the total, which would leave me with 180 which are not broken. Right, let's solve this. 12% are blue. 12% are blue. How are we going to solve this? So, I know that 10% is worth 20. How can I figure out how much 12% is? Well, I can divide 10% to find out what 1% is worth. So 1%, to divide that by 10. So 1% is worth 2. So how much is 12%? So I add the 20, 2 more would be 11%. So for 12%, it is 24. 24 are blue. If I said 26 are sharp, how am I going to figure out what that is? So 10% is 20. Now I need 20%. So I need another 10%. 10% more. So that's 20 again. So that's 40 in total. I need 6. So now I need 6 lots of my 1%. 6 times 2 is 12. So 40 add 12 is 52. It says how many are blunt? Well, I know 52% are sharp. That isn't answering how many are blunt. I need to do a subtraction here. 200 take away the number that are sharp, minus 52, leaves me with the number that are blunt. So 2 from 0 can't do. We need to borrow all the way from this 2. That becomes a 10. Now we can knock next door. That becomes a 9. And now I've got 10. So 2 from 10 is 8. 5 from 9 is 4. And I've got 1 left over. So how many are blunt is 148. We do need to be careful that we're reading these word problems carefully. Tommy has £1 to spend. He spends 40p on sweets. He spends 35% of the £1, the same pound on a pencil. What percentage of money does he have left? Have a think about that and pause when you're ready to hear the solution. So we know that £1 is equal to 100%. He's going to have 25% left because 40p, which is also 40%, goes on sweets. 35% goes on the pencil, and if I add those together, what I've got left is 25. Right, so keeping it quite short and sweet today, what I want you to do is to go on the Legend of Dick and Dom percentages game. It's a top marks game. You'll need to enable Flash. Have a click on the link in the video description and have a play. You'll be working out percentages of amounts. So for example, here's an example of one of the questions. It says Batwee 12 milliliter is how much percent of 50 ml? How are we going to solve that? Have a think about how you would solve that. Well, I would turn 50 into 100. And if I'm doubling 100, I also 50 to make 100, I also double 12. So 12 out of 50, if we think of it as a fraction, is equal to 24 out of 100, and 24 out of 100 is 24%. It's a simple trick. Percentages are linked to fractions. Off we go, have a play on that, and I will see my class at 2:30. Mr. Cook will see his class at 2:30, and good luck with your work on Purple Math. See you later, guys. Bye.